Okay guys, that is the golf swing of my friend, professional golfer Jenny Lee. She's probably got the best golf swing of anybody that I know. We're both students of Greg McCatton, and Jenny is a total Hogan swinger, and her nickname is Benjamina because she's got such an awesome golf swing. So she's looking for sponsors. She wants to get on the LPGA Tour. She's got the game to do it. And she also teaches at Eaton Canyon Golf Club. So she and I are good buddies, and I hope you really enjoy this video with Jenny Lee. And don't forget, she's going to be at the MSE tournament on March 11th, 2018 at Eaton Canyon. So without further ado, the amazing Jenny Lee.
Hi, I'm Jenny Lee. I'm a golf professional. I teach at Eaton Canyon and trying to get on the LPGA Tour.
Was the game easy for you when you started?
I shot under par. I remember I shot 7 under when I was like 16 at Yorba Linda's. That's when I thought like, okay, I'm pretty good, right? That was definitely more of a natural, you can say. There's very few things that I struggle with, like right from the beginning. My dad just said, hey, if you shoot under par, I'll give you $100. That's kind of how it started. Every birdie I said, okay, I'm 1 under. Let's get to 2 under, 3 under. I've worked with a lot of the instructors in SoCal that are very popular amongst like junior golfers and stuff like that. And you know, they're always saying like, hey, you have to look like this, they'll draw lines, and I would just always put it there where they want it, but my ball wouldn't come out consistently like I wanted to under pressure. And my first year on the Futures Tour, now it's called the Symetra Tour, that I just couldn't hit a fairway. Like I had the driver yips, and that's when I said, you know, it's enough. I'm gonna really figure out how the golf swing works. And so that's when I met Greg McCatton, and just now, I mean, I still work with him, so just the best I've ever struck the ball in my life, actually.
What did you learn from Greg that really stands out to you?
Oh, I really learned about impact, you know. I never took a lesson from anyone who really emphasized like the importance of impact. Like that's really all that matters, right, when you strike the ball. So when I teach as well, that's all I talk about. I mean, that's really the only thing I focus on, because you know, whether you're upright, flat, I mean, like who cares if you get to the ball with the proper impact alignments? That's all that matters. The one thing amateur golfers have in common is like they're very self-conscious. Like I show them all these drills on how to get better the fastest way, and they just a lot of them don't want to go through hitting it bad or looking like kind of, you know, dumb or silly on the range. Wow. If they're willing to commit to it for, you know, like 3 or 4 months, like a certain drill or a certain method, then they'll see some sort of result. But you know, as soon as like they hit 2 or 3 balls a little squirrely, you know, they just quickly abandon what we're working on, and they go back to what feels comfortable, and they're just back in their inconsistent way of hitting, right? They can't take the pain of hitting it poorly. So they'll kind of leave for a few months, then come back, and it's like starting from, you know, 0 again.
I was shocked when you said to me that you've experienced driver yips before. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
What happens is that, okay, so you pick a target, you know, and then you set up to it, and in the middle of your downswing, like in transition, you're just like, you like flinch. It's kind of like the putting yips, you know, you flinch right before you hit the ball, like putt the ball, and that's sort of what happened to me. It was like the weirdest thing. But now I don't. Actually, when I went to the European Tour Q School, that's when I didn't have the driver yips. That was like, I didn't have 1 yip, so it was good. It was great. believing this is going to be the first stop for My Swing Evolution Academy.
Do you think every golfer should have a basic understanding of mechanics, or do you think if you're pretty good, you shouldn't even think about it?
You know, there's like most of my friends that compete, a lot of them don't really know what they do. They just have like a coach that tells them a swing thought, and they just stick with that swing thought the whole tournament. When you've played for over 10 years, let's say, you know, you've hit a lot of golf balls, it's in there, it's in the non-declarative memory. And when you try to consciously think about it, that's when it just gets all messed up. Like, you know, for instance, like walking upstairs, if you think about walking upstairs, then you'll trip and fall. But you know, if you just look at the end goal, like you have to go to the second floor, you'll just race up there. It's kind of like the same idea.
If you're really struggling with your golf swing, should you address your mechanics?
Okay, yes. I'm a firm believer in if you have good mechanics, then, you know, you'll play more consistently. You'll hit the ball consistently. So what I think amateurs should do is on the driving range, let's say, you know, your takeaway, you just suck it inside with your hands. So on the driving range, you have to kind of repeat this motion while hitting the ball. So repeat the proper takeaway, and until it becomes like second nature, like you don't have to think about it. So now it's going to be in your non-declarative memory, right? So once it's in there, then you can take it out on the course. But if you're thinking about that on the course, you know, then you're just going to be just so messed up, like it's not going to be fun. Wow. Now we have that Ferrari engine in a Ferrari shell.
In the world of golf, what is your big dream?
I really enjoy teaching. I love playing. But if I could play more and compete more, that'd be even better. I love teaching. I love, especially if they really want to learn. I have a few junior golfers and amateurs that are just so dedicated to improving their golf swings, and they practice hard, and I love seeing that. I love seeing their swing change and evolve. So that's, yeah, I love what I do.
Hey guys, so let's cut to the chase. Here's my old golf swing. And here's my new golf swing. Five years ago, I started a YouTube channel, and I wanted to improve my golf swing by using Ben Hogan's 5 lessons. Well, guess what? It worked. And along the way, I picked up over 8 million views on YouTube, and I learned how to shoot under par. Unbelievable, right? Well, the great news is I have a brand new instructional video called The Hogan Code. In this video, I break down everything that I learned over my long journey to learn to swing like Ben Hogan, and now you can learn the very same techniques that I used to become the golfer I always wanted to be.